All right, y'all. I know this one's going to be a stretch, but if he falls, we got to talk about Scoot Henderson. He is 6'2", 195 pounds. He's 19 years old. He played for the G League with the Ignite, and over with the Ignite, he had 16.5 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, 6.5 assists per game, 1.1 steals per game, a half a block per game, 42.9% from the field, 29.5% from deep, and 76.4% from the free throw line. He had a 53.7 true shooting percentage. Now, when looking at the stats and the film, it kind of doesn't match up. Like, his stats don't match up with what I seen on game film. Now, yes, the three-point shooting is a issue. It showed up on film. It shows up on the stat sheet. But if he raises that, I'm talking about like 13% more. If he can shoot 13% more from downrange, like and he fell 2 more spots because he's listed to go 3rd overall to the Portland Trail Blazers. But if Portland doesn't get him, the number 2 pick don't get him, and he doesn't go 4, and he's sitting there at 5, I mean, oh man, the Pistons would be juggling. Do they go Cam? Do they go Jarris? Do they go Scoot? I mean, there's so many different possibilities in this NBA draft. And I feel like if Scoot Henderson falls, it is the best scenario for the Detroit Pistons. Now, why do I say it's the best? And he's not a three-point shooter. And we were horrible from downrange and playing defense and this, that, the other. Well, he could play the point guard. Okay, he could play the point guard. Now, bear with me. I know you guys all going to say, well, that's Cade's job. And then you got Ivy at the 2. Or vice versa. What you talking about, Trox? Well, this is what I'm talking about. You play Scoot at the 1. You move either Cade or Jaden at the 2. And then you put Cade at the 3. Now, that's exactly how I would have the 3. Because, let's face it, any one of those 3 can dribble the basketball up the court and facilitate and make plays and do anything that you want them to do. Outside of Scoot with the 3-point shot, I mean, everything else, playmaking, dribble penetration, crossovers, getting the open man the ball, things of that nature, like Scoot does that. And he doesn't need to score, really. I mean, do you want your 5th overall pick to score? Absolutely. All hands on deck, as I like to say. The more you have on deck, the better your hand's going to look. So you definitely want some scoring, and maybe they work some different ways. And obviously, as the season progresses, he's going to get more comfortable. He's going to work on different things, and he's going to get better. So, I mean, hey, instead of 16 and a half, maybe we go 11 and a half, and still gives us five rebounds, six assists, and a couple steals a game. I'm okay with that. Because guess what? Now Kay's getting more shots. Now Ivy's getting more shots. Now Isaiah Stewart's getting more shots. Jalen Duren is going to probably reap the best benefits of Scoot Henderson on the team because lob passes, this, that, the other. I mean, hey, go up there and get a big fella. So I feel like if Scoot drops into down the draft, and he lands at that 5th overall spot, you got to consider it. And that's the only reason why I'm making this video. You have to consider it if he falls. Now, Victor's probably not going to fall. If you know the history with the San Antonio Spurs, you know that they're taking Victor. But 2 to 5 or 2 to 10, like it's anybody's up for grabs. I mean, yeah, you have Scoot as the second best player in the draft. But who says that Cam Whitmore can't move up the draft or Jarris Wallace can't move up the draft? So if somebody goes up, somebody's going to have to drop. And that's where I'm trying to get at with this. If Scoot drops because somebody else goes up, you have to consider Scoot Henderson for the Detroit Pistons. And I think it would be a good fit. Do I want to see more from scoring? Absolutely. But 53.7% true shooting percentage is like I said with Jarris Wallace, it's like at the fringe of being a good player to being a star player. And it's like right at that fringe area. And then once you get into like your high 50s into your 60s, now you're talking about, okay, star to possibly a superstar. And then obviously, 65 on up, you're talking, possible even megastar. A guy like a Steph Curry, that's his name. A guy like a Steph Curry. Things like that. Like once you start getting it more in your 70s on up, like you're talking Steph Curry numbers. And I don't think Scoot is there. And I'm not going to put no pressure on this kid. I mean, he's 19 years old. It takes a certain monster to kind of have that weight on their shoulder like a LeBron James did when he was, selected first overall. But, I mean, if he drops, you got to consider him. And, hey, even if you give me 10, 5, and 6 a night, I'm okay with that, because I know all my other guys are eating. And that's also spreading out the field. When you spread out that court, it's hard to guard in a one-on-one situation. And I'm sorry, if you can't beat your one-on-ones, I don't care if you're Scoot, I don't care if you're Cade, I don't care if you're Ivy, I don't care if you're Duran. If you can't beat your one-on-ones, you do not need to be in the NBA. That's what makes Cade so special. That's what makes Jaden Ivey so special. Is because they beat their one-on-ones. You don't want to put one-on-one situations with those guys because they're going to beat you. But let me know your thoughts. Would you consider Scoot Henderson if he falls to number 5? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And y'all already know what to do. We are trying to grow this community. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Go Pistons. Yes, sir. Hey, the draft is on Thursday. I will be live. So you want to click that notification bell. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Go get Scoot if he drops. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss him.